a diving well out here in the front, and seating on either side of it. Now, that's a good thing because you get a new diving well and you get an adjustable bulkhead in the pool, but it does have some shortcomings. The major one is the amount of disturbance that does occur in this area up front, in that the pool equipment room is right in this area and would need to be relocated. We have to find a home for that. When we took off the square footage of the scheme, it does have more impervious surface because it does protrude out. And it does make a bigger disturbance to the front of the facility. It's a good scheme. I mean, it has a lot going for it, but I'm not sure, in the spirit of what we're trying to do with the township, I believe we're going to have a more difficult time, if you will, making it happen. And I know because of the relocation of the equipment room and because of the falling down on the hillside, I really should have taken a picture of that. The hillside really is quite steep, and as you start to go toward Route 23, it becomes much more of an issue in terms of that area. There is another issue that's not quite as good with that scheme, and that is that the bleacher seating on either side has to be accessed by walking through the pool area, which, if you can avoid it, would be desirable. You do it now, it's not the end of the world, but it would be better if that weren't the case. So that's another thing that would be perhaps a little better. Overall, it's slightly larger, has a little more grading with it, and probably a little more costly. And I think basically it'll be an issue with the township how they want to treat what would happen out front. It's certainly doable. I think this one is the mid-range, if you will. It provides the seating where the swimmers are swimming, and it doesn't impact the front of the building at all. On the other hand, it doesn't have a diving well that's a unique diving well, so those are the discussions that everybody will have, and everybody has tough decisions to make. I think those are really the issues that need to be discussed.
How about with the increased square footage and laboratory?
Well, yeah, the scheme that was proposed didn't show any laboratories, but they could still be in there, but they would add another 1,000 square foot of impervious surface or another 1,000 square foot of construction. I would feel very uncomfortable if we added bleachers and didn't have public toilets. And I think that's probably, if the bleacher area goes down on this end, there's very little opportunity to easily add public toilets. I guess you can keep bumping out on the side. But what we were hoping to do with public toilets in this kind of mid-range scheme was use them off the main circulation, possibly even use them from the gym, and certainly use them for the pool seating. So we get a little bit of a multi-use feature there. It was a little unclear from the pool scheme proposed with the diving well if it was intended to leave the toilets there or if somebody didn't realize that they were part of the permit. It's certainly a negotiation. If they're not here, that amount of square footage needs to be out here in front somewhere in order to make it work. Because you really do need toilets with bleachers in order to have it happen. Again, I'm not jumping on the diving well scheme necessarily. It's nice to have a diving well. What we're trying to do here is work with what we've been kind of delegated, the hillside, the impervious surface, the budget, and we're thinking we're at least headed in a good direction, but we'll hear from everybody. Actually, I'm going home. They'll hear from everybody later. We'll get together and have another topic about this afterwards.
What's the cost for the two schemes that you just talked about?
You have the one up here, it's I can give you right. The scheme that you're looking at here, with the bleachers on the side, is estimated by Charter to be $1 million, almost $1,000,001, short of $1,000,001 in terms of construction costs. The other one would be more than that because it's larger than that by a couple hundred, much more than that. Let me see if I have that. Yeah, I think it's about 5,600. So it's about 1,200 square feet larger is what it shook out when we finally took it off. So based on the square footage, I don't know, what is it? What do you want, 250 a square foot? It's